whitetail hunting specifically was a tradition passed down from, my grandpa to him, and my whole family hunts, and we've hunted our Cranberry properties for many years. And growing up, I hunted a lot with my dad. He'd bring me in the stand when I was 5, 6 years old starting out, and I'd sit all day sits in rifle season with him when I was like maybe 10 or 12. This weekend's the archery opener here in Wisconsin, and our goal was to get out and harvest a doe. And we wanted to get the job done before we actually roll into Cranberry harvest in 2-3 days from now. Cranberry farming's been in my family for generations. My family's owned this particular farm for almost 20 years. This is owned and operated by my dad.
I can make money right here growing cranberries, and then with the deer hunting, I'm right here. I can make my money, deer hunt, work right out here in front of my house.
Yeah, so far things are going well. We've got a full crew out here and everyone's working really hard. It's definitely a lot of fun. Having nice weather is certainly a positive factor.
So we just finished up berry pumping. We filled a few semis, and we also corralled a couple beds, so we're ready to berry pump tomorrow. My dad's running spring rake, and that's sort of the last step of the day, and then we kind of start over and do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah, I kind of stopped hunting, backed off, and now I'm full-time. I'm back at it as soon as harvest. I'm waiting for harvest to get done so I can go out and deer hunt, just to be out.
It's opening morning archery here in central Wisconsin. We're in the whitetail woods of my family's cranberry farm. It's already shooting late, so we're gonna kind of go in real slow and get set up for a morning sit. We expect they'll either run a runway here or along here. It's about 7 o'clock right now. Most photos we've got on camera around 7, 8 a.m. So we're getting into a really good hour right now. We'll just see what happens. We got in a little later than we wanted to, but we still, went for it, got set up, and about an hour or so in, saw a nice doe come in with, what we thought might have been a fawn, but it was likely a yearling come through. Didn't get really the shot that we wanted on it. We pulled the trail cam. We're gonna go reset that and get ready for the afternoon here.
Oh yeah, he started off probably when he was like 6, 5, 6. I'd drag him up into my stand because it was my time to babysit him for 2 weeks, and I'm not missing no bow hunt for no one.
And there's a lot of fresh activity in here. A lot of big runways coming through, a lot of tracks across the road. We're planning to sit here at least once in the next couple days. It's just a really good option for us. Just had a thunderstorm roll through, everything kind of starting to clear off now, so we're gonna go see what kind of deer are moving. We decided to go back, stick to our guns on the first stand. We were seeing a lot of activity there over the next couple days. Each sit we saw a deer.
I started Crossbow probably 3-4 years ago. The reason why I got the Crossbow is because I broke my shoulder a couple times trying to get out of the semi.
It seemed like he had stopped hunting archery for a couple years. And then as soon as he picked up this Crossbow, it sort of reignited his passion. He loves the aspect that he can get out there and he knows he has a bow that he can put a really great shot on a deer with. I mean, this thing is sharp. No one would deny how sharp that is. We kind of sort of established a pattern. They're using this same trail, so we might, in the coming days here, kind of reposition ourselves to get within range and get a good shot on these does we're seeing. We passed on a shot the one night. It was just a little too dark. We couldn't see, couldn't get a good sight on the deer. Other times the deer were just out of range. We're bringing in a ground blind this morning. After the morning sit, we'll get down, set it up in an area we've been kind of seeing them moving in, and then that'll give us a good play for the evening. I'd kind of learned if they were gonna travel there and we were sitting this stand, that I'd have to spot them far, you know, stand up and get leaning rest and in position early and quick. And yeah, things got pretty intense. I mean, they definitely sensed we were there at some point, and there were some moments where there was sort of the stare down for what seemed like 5 minutes straight. When the deer turned broadside, I was ready to take the shot, and I went for it. At that moment, it kind of felt, the shot felt high and back. It just felt like maybe the deer took one step too far, further than I had anticipated. Didn't really know what to think at that point. My dad showed up and we kind of showed him, you know, the site where the arrow was. We started to track and just try to find any blood. We found light traces, and at that point, I knew the deer wasn't going to be close by. We decided to sort of regroup, get back. You know, I guess I started to unravel a bit, and I was freaking out because I'd never wounded a deer or lost an animal before. And it's sort of every hunter's worst nightmare, I think, to lose a deer. I got in touch with Josh at HuntStand, and you know, he asked the question, do you know anyone out there with dogs? Josh made one call. Within 10 minutes, I was on a 3-way call with a guy who's 20 minutes from our farm here.
We could possibly go after it tonight and just take our time. So I guess I'll talk to a couple guys and see what they think. I'll tell them what I think and see if they think that's the right way to take it or not. And I guess we'll come up with a game plan. I can give you a call back and let you know. But either way, if we go tonight or tomorrow morning, I should be able to help you out.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we'll just see what he says. This guy clearly knows what he's talking about. Say we shot there, arrows went in, and then she took off that way. We picked up blood 20, 30 yards in that way. Alright, so that's it.
Alright, we'll get her started. She might wander around here a little bit, just kind of setting everything, but...
Watching the dog pick up the scent was really crazy. I mean, it instantly was on track. Every deer has a unique scent, and that's what the dog is really keying in on. So you could see the dog get confused in areas we had tracked it and kind of went back and forth. Yeah, so the orange is like what we covered earlier today. We've been here for 10 minutes. In the green, we've already covered up to 80% with the dog. This is super cool. I'm feeling like we're gonna be out here all night, and maybe a minute after having that thought, I hear Ben say, "Here she is." I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, you bet.
I mean, this is awesome.
We love doing it. I gave up on to come track deer like this.
I'm very inspired. Man, the relief that I got at that moment, I was so thankful for Ben and his dog to be out there. It just, I can't say enough about tracking dogs.
That's definitely not a feeling you want to have, but if
My
we can
feeling
prevent that,
is totally gone.
Yeah.
And you saved me that. And you know how, like, we all know how it is, and
Yep.
like, I'm just so thankful.
Yep.
And now I get to go home and not have that
Yep.
feeling because
Not
of
going
you
to- not
and
going to
Hazel.
waste, and-
Yeah, exactly.
we enjoy doing it too, so. 1, 2, 3.
It was a warmer day, so we're a little worried about the meat, but we got it back. We're gonna get going, get grinding. We're gonna hurry up and get it in the freezer. I'm so grateful for Ben and his dog
We would have never found this deer without them. You know, when it comes time that you take a shot and you can't find the deer, you have someone to call. Now that we know Ben, like, we will be calling him again for a deer that we shoot out here.
That was a real highlight, to do an early bow hunt with my son, you know, and then to have a dog come in and get it. And I helped him. We skinned it and quartered it and took care of it all right away, just before harvest.